To find investors that support your startup, help you get to the next phase, but also believe in your vision, the best thing to do is to think about, first of all, first principles, what is an investor? An investor is someone who has, of course, an economic interest, but also a niche interest. Why do they have a niche interest? Because they believe they have an experience, they have a knowledge about this niche or industry that gives them the edge over other investors, thus improving their chances in their investment. So that's the one aspect. The second aspect is, of course, they might be on a personal level very much interested and want to do something good, want to improve the world through their investments, and don't just see it from the purely economic point of view. Nonetheless, if we take those two things into account, an investor is a member of a community of people that are interested around a certain topic. Just like you would have your basketball sports club, an investor is someone who's interested in a community. Now, the easiest way to find the right investor who's aligned with your vision and with what you do in your industry, the problem that you're solving, is try to focus as much as possible on one niche. Why? Because the clearer this niche is defined, the more likely it is that the right investor will also find you, or that you will meet the investor at those events. So what is a niche? A niche is a gathering place. It can be, of course, it can be an online event. It can be a physical event. It can be a forum where people with aligned interests meet and combine. Now, of course, the sharper these interests are and the fewer they are, the higher the likelihood that the match when those people come together is better. Just like if you think about it like on a dating site, the more aligned your interests are, the higher the chances that it will be a good fit. Now, of course, if you reduce the number of possible interests, like, a dating site for people that like running from 5 to 6 o'clock, chances are you might not find 1,000 people, but the 2-3 people that you find, chances are you will get along better because you have more in common and then you can relate. So if you break down your niche, if you focus very much at the beginning on a specific niche, provided that the problem this niche have, or the participants in this niche have, is being solved by you, then chances are that you will find a better investor because everything focuses around this very specific solution that you're providing. To finalize, to find a good investor, especially at the beginning, that will help you go to the next phase, that will be aligned with you in economic terms, but also in terms of the personal vision and what they believe is relevant to the world, in terms of believing that they're doing something good by coming together with you, is to define a niche as closely as possible, as specifically as possible, and then to attend offline and online events where you can expect people that are interested in this niche to meet, and that will be other founders, where you will get good ideas and will also get a share of their network of founders, and as well investors, of course. General industry participants, it can be people from academia, it can be people working in those companies, and of course, investors as well, that will show up out of personal interest, out of economic interest, or both. And then by building up this network, you will very quickly find or see or get to know all the investors that are active in this very small niche, because it's a small community. And to speed up this process even more, you can start not just by constraining it to a niche by topic, but even geographically. So you could say, for example, I'm in Berlin. I focus on clean tech, especially I focus on clean tech in a very specific industry. So for example, biofuels, but from biofuels, I even reduce it down further. I will go to all the events that are about biofuels in Berlin. And chances are that within probably a couple of months, you will have met all the investors and all the startup people that are in the space of biofuels in Berlin. And that, of course, creates a nice side effect, because the investors or the participants in this niche in Berlin will keep on meeting you. So they will start believing that you're everywhere, which is, of course, not true. But they believe you're everywhere because they keep on seeing you. So the word of mouth, the spreading of the word of mouth, will speed up as well, of course. And then you can do this in your next geographic niche. And then people, of course, know each other, and this will spread much, much faster, and you create this flywheel effect. So final advice, define the smallest possible niche. It helps if you also restrict it geographically, get to know all the players, all the participants, including investors in this very small niche, and from there take it to the next step with the help of the network that is now backing you, provided you're doing something that is relevant to, of course, this niche.